Hello, and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin continues to move sideways. I mean, Saturday was rather quiet. Obviously, no surprise there really, because Saturdays are usually quiet. Sometimes we get a bit of action, but really most Saturdays are rather quiet. I communicated to you guys over the last sessions the resistance and support levels to watch over the weekend, and they are still being respected. I mean, again, not much surprise. They are doing their job. Support is holding, resistance is holding. That's very often the pattern that we see over the weekends, especially on a Saturday. And so, yeah, the micro support area here is unchanged between $85,979 and $88,905, and our resistance area between $90,424 and $92,959. Okay, so this really has not changed. I think it is important to recognize that the price has not given us any impulse to the upside. So there is absolutely no evidence that wave C to the upside has started, not in the blue count, not in the yellow count. And what these two scenarios entail, well, we discussed that in the last video update, right? So we said that, of course, you know, with the pattern that we've seen from the 21st of November low, it's entirely possible we have this three-wave move up complete as an A, B, C structure. In this scenario, the C wave could be complete. It formed a higher high compared to the A wave high. That's all fine. However, the C wave was quite short. It was, let's say it fulfilled minimum expectations, but it's not a perfect wave C. Because, yeah, it formed something that looks like 5 waves potentially. Looks impulsive, but it was a bit too short. It only reached the 78.6 extension of the A wave. And from an Elliott Wave point of view, while that is acceptable, it is still quite short for a C wave, right? Exactly there, but it's a bit short. It's one fib level short. Normally, what we like to see in a C wave is a test of the 100% Fibonacci extension. So what can I say? It hasn't done what it needed to do really to be an ideal C wave. So that leaves a door open for maybe one more extension, just in a much more complex wave 4. Because the expectations were for a wave 4 to develop as an ABC structure, orange count. I gotta say, though, that this is, yeah, you know, a wave 4 in an ABC, but a wave 4 can always extend into a WXY structure, which is a more complex form of a correction, WXY. And the Y wave is ABC. And the C wave can, of course, start from this support zone between $85,979 and $88,905. So 85,979, yeah, and 88,905. So we could get that extension. But the thing is, a C wave would be confirmed with either a 5-wave move up, that's the first confirmation, or a break above micro resistance, $92,959. I don't see any of them. Yeah, don't see it. We're just ranging. And so I think tomorrow could be quite important as we're getting ready for a new trading week. It can always be the case that the bulls suddenly show up or the bears. At the moment, I would say it looks a little bit as if we might see another move up into resistance. Just based on the microstructure, even if it's the orange count. I mean, I don't want to get too much involved in trying to describe the micro counts. I would rather work with the levels here. But I can tell you that this local pattern here looks like an A, B, C, and we could test resistance. And then we just have to monitor how the market reacts to that Fibonacci resistance area over the coming 24 hours. I find that likely, yeah. Just because after such a dip, it can make sense to get a bounce. So that might happen over the next 24 hours into the resistance area. That's actually what I would watch for right now. But bear in mind, we don't have any clear setup here. There is no real 5-wave move up. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think there is still a very good chance that we get a larger rally from here, maybe even another run into resistance or just a lower resistance area. And the reason is that we are in a support area, which is still holding, and the pullback is a 3-wave move. I have to say, though, one more low, if we get one more low, it would look more like 5 waves. And if we get 5 waves down, it's further confirmation that a more substantial top has actually formed. I'll, of course, keep you updated about it. Not too many developments here today. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, then check out our X channel as well for additional updates, charts, news, and much more. You can find a lot of additional updates here. Check it out. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.